What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to explore the idea why it is so difficult to navigate the current Pokemon card market. And to really share you guys my thoughts as to why it can be very dangerous if we are trying to compare the current market to 2021 to 2017 when Pokemon Go was first released. Why it is so difficult to compare the time now to back then, and the type of mentality I'm seeing in the Pokemon card community, which will affect the way how I personally would invest in Pokemon cards. And so this is going to be a much more of a personal, opinionated video sharing my thoughts and as to, am I buying anything? Am I selling anything? What exactly am I doing behind the scene when talking about Pokemon card investing? But before we get into it, first I want to say that the Chinese Pokemon card break that, it was on my website, it's still on my website. I still did reserve 2 cases, one case that I'm selling and supplying to a friend of mine, and the other case, which I'm doing it as a case break. But the news is that, they haven't updated me on the arrival date of the card. It was originally set to be January, and then it was pushed back after Chinese New Year. And when I chased it them, they said that, hey, it might be pushed back again. And so the current situation is that I told them that by March 15th, if you don't have it, I personally want a full refund because I actually paid the money for the cards already. I want a full refund, and if they don't give me a full refund, I will still give you guys a full refund. But I'm setting the deadline to March 15th because, I do have a bit of faith in the people that says that they will be able to supply me with cards. And yeah, that's that. Okay, so that's the situation. So I know you guys text me a lot. There's a lot of, Google form, email and stuff. I just haven't had the chance to reply every one of them. But I'm telling you guys this right now. The break is still going on, don't worry. But if it doesn't actually arrive before or, I get any new update on March 15th, I will refund you guys all the money. And that's that. So yeah, that's how the market is right now. A lot of you guys also asked me, hey, what about the Google form? I filled in a Google form for a lot of the other products. To be very honest, it simply wasn't available. There was be heavily allocated. I put in a large number and I was able to only get a few packs. Like really a few blister packs, that's it. I actually went out to the open market. There are some customers that really want these products, so I went out to the open market, bought them, and most of them were way above MSRP, close to 1.5 times to 2 times above MSRP. So yeah, it was expensive, but there is still a market for it, don't get me wrong, but I just don't have the capacity to serve everyone. So I will definitely, like, maybe at the day of release, I'll go out there to a shop or to different stores and to just buy them all out for you guys and then ship them to you guys. But that's that. That's all I could do. I couldn't offer pre-order, or I can't tell you the price right now because I simply, no one is telling me the price of anything right now. So that's that. And I think that this is very similar to what we're seeing in the US, GameStop not taking pre-orders. And I think that this is a worldwide phenomenon right now. No one is wanting to do pre-order because they know that they can sell the products. And if there is a pre-order, if you can actually pre-order them, it is going to be at a highly pushed up, bumped up price that people are anticipating. And to be very honest, there are some products, even at that higher price, I would still buy, but there are other products that I wouldn't. So going back to this video, what is actually happening in the Pokemon card market, or at least what I'm seeing into the Pokemon card market, is there is a problem. The problem is the idea of values and how people value things. There are 2 main groups of people that is in this game. The first group of people are your so-called investors, or the short-term investors that pump certain cards, send them to grade, and see if they can flip and make a lot of money. There's that group of people. And that group of people is, I don't know if they're the majority, but there is this group of people. And that's why we see a lot of AR cards like Drowsy or whatever cards to be pumped, especially in PSA 10. And the price discrepancy between the PSA 9 and 10 is huge. Back in 2021, we also see some of these, people targeted single cards and so on. But this time they kind of add the twist, which is we are targeting single cards that are difficult to grade. And most likely the PSA 10 rate is around, 30 to 20 to 40%. With those kind of cards, that's what people are targeting. Does it work? Honestly, I think it's stupid because I actually think it's stupid for those people that are doing that. It's because if the PSA 10 rate is so low, yes, theoretically you can ask for a higher price, but at the same time, the cost of grading, the cost of you buying out a bunch of near mint cards, sending it to grade, hopefully for it to be graded at PSA 10, that is stupid. There's something called population control, if you guys haven't heard. And so places like PSA, those kind of company, they're not gonna suddenly say that, oh, hey, a lot of people is grading this card, we're just going to give it more 10. It doesn't work that way. They're trying to keep the percentage the same. And it's dumb because the higher the card go, the higher upcharge PSA will have. So the overall profit margin of these are very, very limited. And because of the small quantity that could be graded as PSA 10, even if you have all 300 copies at PSA 10, how much money could you actually make? So there's a very limited amount of money that you could make in comparison to, speculated card, double it, triple it. So those guys that are buying to grade, to get a high grade to sell, that's not financially a good investment. But what about those guys who buy at a cheap price and resell it to other people who speculate that it's easy to grade? Now, that group of people, they can make some money. So I think that the money is made there, but not by grading it. A lot of people are saying that, hey, all you have to do is buy it and then grade it and then you get your profit back. I don't think that's that way. The people that are making the money are the ones selling you guys the hope that you guys can grade it for a PSA 10. So that's why I don't think that there's a lot of people doing this. It's simply because, you will have to, accumulate a large amount of cards in order to make it profitable. And even at that case, each card price is very low. I mean, $50 cards, $60 cards, with shipping fees and everything, it is just not worth the time. I mean, if you could have sold it for like a lot of 100 of them, 200 of them, that might be worth the time. But selling one card or 5 cards at $50 each is just a waste of time, in my personal opinion. But like I said, there are people with more time than I do. So I think that, like I said, money could be made, but not at my level of investment. So that's what I want to share. But with that said, like I said, the idea of value has changed a lot. And, there is definitely going to be a bunch of people complaining that they can't get things at MSRP. But it doesn't mean that those products aren't a good investment. So, for example, there were times when people were complaining that Prismatic Evolution Elite Trainer boxes, I can't get it at MSRP, blah, 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 blah. I've made many videos saying that I could easily and readily get them at $80, $90. Is it expensive? Yes, it was. But did I get them? Yes, I got them. I got around 90, 100 boxes at around $80, $90. So ETB. So did I spend a lot of money? Yes, I did. But I think it's worth it because I think that, money is still to be made at Prismatic Evolution, even though it is at that price range. And to be very honest, I would rather spend $90 on a MSRP Elite Trainer box that is, selling for $50, or you can get these at distribution at $30. I'd rather spend $90 buying this than $90 buying a AR card, because that's stupid. Because AR card, we know that the price can drop to nothing. It can drop to $1, $2. There's no way this can drop to $1, $2. This won't even drop back to MSRP. I mean, at worst, this will drop back at MSRP. So if you think about the possible risk in buying single cards versus a inflated MSRP of a sealed products, when you become more mature and, and you're not looking for that fast flip, fast money, that's where a lot of people will go. And I think that that's why this market is so unpredictable currently, because both group of people exist. And the younger bunch that doesn't have a lot of capital, that they don't want to tie it up with 100 Elite Trainer box at $90, they're gonna buy single cards to flip, and that is fine. But at the same time, I do think that there is a lot more mature audience in the Pokemon card market investing thing right now that are buying more expensive products. If you think about it, or else why do you think booster boxes at $250, Surging Sparks, people are still buying it. Even Journey Together, that it hasn't even been released yet. If you could buy it at $180, $200, that is actually not a bad buy. These sort of stuff. There is still a market for it. People are still buying it, and people are still willing to buy it. And that's that. And like I said, I've made videos before saying that the mature investor, the more mature, deeper pocket investors, we don't care about that $10, $20 difference. We care whether the products we could get in a larger amount. For example, yes, I could buy Prismatic Evolution Elite Trainer box at $50. I could find a deal for $50 or $60 back then. But the question is, I can buy one box here, one box there, one box there. And then I have to ship those one box each, and then I have to deal with each and one of the individual seller if they don't sell it or if they don't ship it. And I have to get each individual tracking number and everything else, which is a hassle for me. So I would rather pay a lot more price if you can ship me 5 cases of 50 or 10 cases of 100. And that's the thing I'm looking for right now. And you're gonna ask, hey, collect Pokemon. It's because you have money. That's why you could do this. Well, yes, and to be honest, where did I get the money from? Well, I got the money from doing this hobby for a really long time. So I started off small, and currently I could just easily sell off one booster box of Evolving Skies, and I can trade almost an entire case of Battle Partners. I mean, Journeys Together, right? So what do you think will go up more? 6 boxes, one entire case of Journey Together in the next 5 years? Or will the Evolving Sky continue to go up? Which one will go up faster? So at this current point, what I'm doing to my investment, I'm actually cashing out. I'm actually selling a lot of Evolving Skies products, a Cosmic Eclipse, anything that has hit more than $1,000 US, I'm selling. And would I regret this? No, I wouldn't. I've made money already, and I'm reinvesting those money into other products as well. Now, am I going to invest a lot more into the Japanese card market? No, the Japanese card market side will always be under or inferior to the English side of things. But with that said, there are certain sets that are more profitable and investable than others, like Terrestrial Festival. Would I invest in Battle Partners? Would I invest in Heat Arena? Would I even invest in Team Rocket? The simple answer is no. Unless they drop back to close to MSRP, then I might buy a case or 2. But if they're sitting at that, 70, 80, 90, or even $100 US, I'm not touching it at all. I'll just skip the set, because I know that even if I buy it, the price is not going to be justified. Remember Obsidian Flame? So the Order of Ruler of Black Flame, that set of card, it's just a regular set of card, like Battle Partner, like Heat Arena. On release, it was selling for around $120 US per booster box. I bought a case, then the price dropped back down, and it never recovered to 120. Or maybe I'll have to wait until another 5-10 years. And because of that, why would I do that, right? Like, why would I hold my money to do that? So Japanese seal products, anything above retail price or close to retail price, is a big no-no for me right now. A seal product, English side of things, double MSRP, as long as it's good, such as Prismatic Evolution, I would buy it. Battle Partners, Journey Together, English set, I'm still thinking about buying it at around $200 because I know my allocation is going to be shit. So that's that. Single cards, not touching that single cards, because single card is very difficult to a lot of people think that it's easy to move, but for some people in the US who have TCG player account, maybe, but for people outside of Japan, outside of the US, it's way more difficult. But with that said, the dumbest thing I could think about is buying certain cards, grading it, and hopefully flipping it for a higher price. That would be the dumbest thing that I could think of doing right now, because it just doesn't make sense. PSA will take a higher chunk if the price of the card is higher, so you will be capped at how much money you can actually make per card. And because it's hard to grade, especially the current trend of people thinking it's hard to grade, that's the cards they're grading. The number of cards, the quantity will not be able to justify the actual amount that you make. So what's going to happen? Well, I do think that what's going to happen is that we're going to see a lot more mystery boxes, mystery packs going on in the next 2 or 3 months. A lot of people will say, oh my God, spend this much money and you have a chance to hit this card, which is around $800 right now. And I think that, mystery box is definitely going to be picking up, especially when a lot of slabs are coming back. A lot of people are grading cards right now. The grading time, the waiting time for grading is much longer. When these cards come back, people have to dump these cards, and the best way to dump these cards are usually through mystery packs and mystery boxes. So I do think that single cards, or PSA 10 single cards, the market will still hold quite a strong value. They will try to hold it up first, so that when the junk slab comes back, they can make mystery packs, and people want to win the prize. That's what the streamers, whatnot, those kind of guys, they would have prize system, and I think that that is the only way that they can easily get rid of a lot of the junk slab, and that's where we're heading. And for sealed products, don't expect anything to be able to be you'll be able to buy anything at MSRP right now, or anytime soon. So it really tests you as a consumer or as an investor, which set will go up faster and which set is worth buying versus which set is not, kind of thing. I know that a lot of people are anticipating Glory to Team Rocket, or the English side of thing. I forgot the name. So for Journey Together, I don't think that the hype for Journey Together will be as anticipated as people think. A lot of people are holding the cash. They're waiting for Journey Together for pre-order. That's why we're seeing, on day one, we're seeing Journey Together booster box selling for like $200. Or 180, 200, and I think it is still staying at 180 to 200. It is very unlike Prismatic Evolution, where waves after wave the price went up. Journey Together's prices, it's very stabilized, and because of that, I do think that there's no rush in buying Journey Together. If you're gonna pay like $200 anyway, if you're ready to pay $200 anyway, there's no rush in buying it. I think that the price of Journey Together will stay at that price for a while, because people are anticipating, people are pumping up what do you call it? The Team Rocket set. So yeah, that's what I think. And seriously, don't speculate on single cards. It's so dangerous to speculate on single card right now. Yeah, and if you do want to speculate on single cards, make sure you are doing it to flip it. And when I say flip it, I mean you buy it, it goes up by 10, 20%, you sell it, and you take the money for the 10% already. Don't hold until you think that it can go 1,000% or something like that. It's just too risky. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a bit of a longer video, so let me know in the comment section what you think, and how are you reacting to this kind of market. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. This is Collect Pokemon. Bye bye.